G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Got a day 5 update for you from the Southeast Asia trip. It's coming to you from the Ayodya Resort in Nusa Dua, Bali. Well, let's dive in. So today's wrap's going to be a little bit different because I'm actually speaking to you from the future. So almost every single one of the wraps in this 60-day voyage across Southeast Asia is going to have been done in real time on the ground as I was living through it. And when I got back, I cannot tell you how challenging it was to manage all the files and keep everything going over that 60 days. But anyway, I've returned home, and for whatever reason, a part of my daily wrap video for this day isn't with me anymore. I don't know what happened to it. So there's still some of it, which we'll jump into shortly. But yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about my video for day 4, which is really interesting watching it in retrospect, because yeah, I can really see how much I was struggling mentally with the trauma of the fire, and trying to relax and chill. And it's very interesting how the lens at which you look through the world in any given moment just makes you feel a certain way about the experiences you're having. You can feel really negative about things that may not have been quite as negative. And it's interesting because I'm about to jump to a video that I shot later on day 5 than in the morning scenes, where I was coming to grips with that reality and that understanding. So anyway, it's very interesting. But our time at this particular resort was really in that moment of just trying to recover. It was just about trying to get out of Sydney and not try and do too much, and really just be together as a family, not doing anything, and just trying to, just collect ourselves. One of the things we quickly picked up on during this trip was that you need to start the day with a good breakfast with the kids. And we really started to try and opt for accommodation options that did provide food in the morning. Just get everyone full, get some energy in the tank before you go out and tackle the day. And as we go through this, hopefully you stick with me through all the days of this trip. We get deep into some other countries, and that became more of a challenge. But these opening couple of weeks, we had these great resorts, and these resorts did come with these big buffet breakfasts. And even though I was critical of the buffet experience at the Ayodya Resort, at least the main buffet, the kids really still do love it. And having that early morning ritual of just sitting down and choosing what great feast we're going to have that morning was always, a highlight experience. And this day in particular, we spent a lot of time just in the pool, just hanging out at the pool, playing tip, diving, having the kids on our shoulders, chatting, talking, and just having that kind of, that abandonment from all our worries, and it was a really good time. So, how are you feeling?
Alright. Distracted
by
squabbling children.
What? It's sabotage.
How are you feeling?
Guys, sabotaging is when you push them off the thing and push them down.
Like I'm
they're
feeling-
going towards it. I grabbed your ankle and then you started kicking me. Yeah,
Touched and unhappy in paradise.
My ankle.
Does it make sense?
As a joke. I'll kick you with you. Okay, sit down, I'm gonna jump over.
Like I'm getting sunburned.
You probably are.
Bloody bald spot.
Bloody bald spot. I think
like a ding ding sound when someone touches
it
the
shows
ball.
that unhappiness can follow you
Like a
everywhere.
ding ding sound when touching the
It does.
ball.
Yeah.
What? I'm tired of that. You didn't touch it.
But so can happiness.
Well, I'm definitely happier.
Sometimes it's about
Ding ding
applying
sound.
a filter to your vision.
No, it's there. Okay, I'm gonna do a ding ding
Yeah,
sound.
A
absolutely.
selective filter.
Yeah.
That was a ding ding sound, Charlie. Why'd you push my
Yeah, I
feet down?
can. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I always think about what Dad said about when he was really depressed and people were saying what a nice day it was, and all you could see was black clouds.
Actually, make it
You could literally see the black clouds, but there weren't any.
Oh,
Yeah. That's the whole theory of the black dog.
Black dog.
The black dog depression that follows you around.
Shadow.
Yeah.
no!
So
I'm gone!
And I try and sneak the kids into the next door resort and use the diving board.
I'm going to be entertained watching Charlie and his rules-based mentality come up with reasons why he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, well, he's got to face off against a temptation of a diving board.
You're out!
We're out.
You're out. Sorry.
This is part of your gym exercise.
Yeah. No, it's not, but I just like doing it. Yeah, got your thumb.
Yeah?
Don't do anything.
It wasn't all about the pool. We did go for a walk up and down the beach out the front. It's actually a beautiful location. It really is. It really is a. I think they could have one of the best beaches, if not the best beach in Nusa Dua, in front of this particular resort. It's a perfect little bay, and the water kind of comes over the reef. And we went for a walk. You know, as the tide changes, we went for a walk up the beach and went for a swim in the ocean to go with our swim in the pool. My oldest son got some braids in his hair because my daughter had done that previously at Bali Indonesia Resort, and he'd got a bit of FOMO, so he got some braids in his hair as well. I remember spending just huge chunks of the day just staring out at the surf, thinking, "Oh, wow, there's such good surf out there." And but you know, I still couldn't get my head in where it needed to be. My oldest boy, he surfs, and I was really keen on trying to get him some time in the water with a surfboard. And we were watching a swell kind of come to his kind of level and the tide change, and I could see it out there, and I was thinking, it's a long way paddle out. Do I paddle out there? Do I take my son out there all the way out the back there? Do I give it a go? When I spoke to the guys down the beach that had boards for hire, said to them, "Oh, how much is the board hire? It's this much for that long." I can't remember how much it was, and I was like, "Oh, geez, that's a bit more than I thought it was going to be." And should we do it? And we ummed and we ahed. Is it really that good out there? I can't really tell. And in the end, I was like, "Yep, we're going to do it. We're absolutely going to do it. Okay, let's go." And I got him all set up and ready to go, and we went out there to get the board, and the guy was just like, "Oh, mate, you missed the tide." It was just really hard to kind of make a confident decision sometimes. He just kept second guessing everything, and it's strange. It's really hard to explain. But anyway, we're going to jump to what does remain of my rap video from that time and day 5. I really tried to just chill this afternoon, and I did. It ended up being a really nice day. She didn't do anything. My daughter spent at least 6 hours in the pool, I reckon. and I went for a walk with my son, and went for another walk with my other son, and it all turned out pretty good. The location's beautiful. It really is really nice, and it overpowers potentially some of the issues I had in general with the accommodation. And I ended up going up to the front desk and just kind of saying, look, really didn't sleep well last night. The bed's incredibly uncomfortable. The pillows are shocking, and you had this wedding going all night. And that's all I said. I didn't say anything else. I didn't abuse anyone or anything like that. Anyway, she came back to me a little while and she goes, look, you know what? We're going to upgrade you. And they moved us to a new room in a part of this hotel which is different, which gives you access to where I am right now, which is a lounge, which has all these extra benefits, including an hour and a half of canapes and booze included as a nightcap between 6 and 7:30. So freaking tops. So yeah, it all kind of worked out alright. So they've moved us to a different room with hopefully a better bed and pillow, which is the most important thing. Yeah, I guess I'm not too happy about the way that I felt, and I'm less happy about the way that I let that affect me. I didn't do anything. I didn't go off my tree or swear or anyone would be belligerent, but I was just like unhappy, and that kind of affects the kids. So I'm kind of happy that I turned that around, and I'm feeling pretty positive about the rest of our stay here. So I thought it was important to say that, because when I filmed this morning, I didn't feel that way.